Hi everyone, it's me again. This is gonna be a van life episode, and I'm particularly wanting to highlight safety as a lone female van lifer. I would love for any other solo women travelers out there, your experiences and how you handle this, because to be fair, we don't get it that often. At least I haven't experienced it very often. But last night, I've got to say, it really did scare me. And it does emphasize how aware you have to be. Now, nothing terrible happened, but it did bring to mind what could. And I take so much safety precaution because I know I'm traveling alone. I'm very aware of my surroundings. I'm very, very tuned in to when my gut tells me this isn't good, I listen. So I don't stay in dodgy places. I try and keep myself in places that are as safe as possible. And sometimes I feel more safe in the middle of a woodland in the middle of nowhere than I do in a car park in the middle of town. But there's this one place that I used to stay at in the summer. Lovely little lay-by overlooking the town, overlooking the hills. It's really peaceful. It's a popular place where people go dog walking and hiking. And I've stayed there a few times during the summer. And yeah, you get boy racers and you get people up there, you know, the youngsters during the summer drinking, doing drugs, whatever. But they predominantly leave you alone. And they're usually gone by about 1 a.m. So it wasn't all that bad. But I've had a couple of instances where, you know, I don't know, you just get a sense of like, maybe this isn't right, but it's okay. You don't get a lot of sleep, but it's fine. You know, your senses are very heightened. And yes, we have to be very mindful that we're not staying in any dog-in sites. That's another issue that I seem to be coming across. That stay in places, park for nights, really good at letting you know if it's a dog-in site. But some places you just don't know. And I don't know what was going on last night. I had it when I stayed in Clevedon a little while ago, and I was parked on the roadside outside houses near to the sea, and during about midnight, you know, I guess youngsters had a bit too much to drink, just banging on the side of the doors, and you think, oh, for fuck's sake, just go away. But you still feel okay. But obviously last night where I was, nobody around. It's up on the hill, but you know, pretty close to civilization. The car pulls up and I'm still asleep, and then I get woken up by a loud banging on the back of the van. Someone, you know, smacking on the back of it, and then I could hear voices. So I woke up. I'm thinking, well, I don't want them to know that it's just me in here. I don't want them to think that they woke anybody up. For all they knew, they probably thought it was like two old dears in the motorhome, or a man on his own. I'm sure they wouldn't have expected it anything else. You know, motorhomes are synonymous with, you know, the older generation. So I guess they probably just thought of it as being just a joke. And I could hear the voices, and they obviously ran back into the car. And I thought, oh, idiots. And then they started tooting the horn, and they repeated that like every 5 minutes. Then another car appeared, kept driving up and down this road, wanging its horn on. And I look at the clock and I'm like, it's 2 a.m. for fuck's sake, have you people not got homes to go to? And then I suddenly thought, oh shit, what if these are doggers? And I just couldn't fathom why these people would be here at 2 a.m. And they stayed. And they had their headlights fixed on me, and I thought, well, I need to try and get the blinds open enough that I can try and see what's going on without them knowing that I'm looking. And I think to myself, okay, well, it's okay because I can just drive off. And then I realise the gas is still plugged in. And I usually leave the gas on at night because most places where I stay, it's fine. I wake up 6 a.m, sunrise, put the kettle on. That's how I start my day. But then I realise, well, the gas is on, so I can't just drive off. I would have to get out the vehicle to turn the gas off. So I'm stuck. And that's kind of when, sorry, I had a call. That's kind of when the safety issue, I think, then kicks in, because you think to yourself, well, I don't want to use a weapon because then the weapon will be turned against me. I've got a fire extinguisher I could probably blast in their face. But it really does. I mean, this is the thing. I know these people were just probably having a laugh. They were probably just young lads. Again, I don't know why they were up at 2 a.m. They probably just thought it was a good joke. Maybe they were doggers. They didn't know who was in the vehicle, but it doesn't fucking matter. If you see a motorhome parked up somewhere, just leave it the fuck alone. It doesn't matter whether it's some big burly 6-foot fucking caveman in there, or a woman on her own, or an elderly couple, or a young couple with kids. Just don't do that shit. There are moments where I really do question society and the mentality of people that do this sort of thing. Because for one thing, I couldn't get back to sleep, and to be fair, since, well, I haven't slept properly since 2020. But moments like that, they really do. They just put a bit of an edge on things, you know? They kind of just temporarily, just for a moment, they just put a bit of a dark cloud on things. And I'm not going to let it put me off. I mean, I've been doing this for like 6-7 months now, so I'm fine. And like I said, it's happened only twice, and I would say, yeah, for the most part, never get a problem, and I always feel safe. I love my motorhome. It's my little sanctuary. It's my, yeah, it's my home. But it's just, yeah, moments like that. One, they piss you off and they make you angry because of the idiots doing it. But then it does put into question, like, what if? What if someone wanted to break into my motorhome? What if somebody followed me and knew I was on my own? And you have to take those things into account. And I'm not trying to put anyone off. I'm not trying to scare anyone. Because honestly, I can tell you, it's been the best experience living in a motorhome. But I'd be interested to know, what extra precautions do you lone female travellers take? You know, do you have weapons? I'm now thinking about getting some mace. But yeah, I would be very interested to know, how would you handle these situations yourself? And does it bother you? Do you get a lot of it? And if you've got any advice, share it in the comments below. And I'm sorry for this little emotional outburst, but I wasn't actually expecting to get emotional about it. To be perfectly honest, I felt fine when I started this video, but yeah, it wasn't pleasant. So drop a comment below, let me know. In the meantime, stay safe, happy trucking. I've also got a list of other issues with my bathroom suite that's now broken, needs replacing, and I can't find a replacement to match it. So I'm now thinking, have I got to redesign my bathroom? I've got 3 blinds that need replacing. I've had a few little breakages here and there, and now my PV Logic solar panel controller isn't responding to the app, so I can't check its progress, but I know it's working because the green light's on. So I just think, you know what, some days it's just not worth getting out of bed, and I'm so friggin' tired, so I'm probably going to crawl back into mine. So whatever you're up to today, stay safe, have fun, enjoy the sunshine, and stay warm. I'll speak to you all soon.